Good win for us against another veteran team in our league. We keep finding a way to get it done. It's not always pretty, but the boys find a way to get spurts in there a lot during the game to push away and get a lead. And today was good for us because we finally put a team away, even though they kind of hung around a little bit. We're up 18-20, so it wasn't as desperate as it has been in the past, especially last game against UConn, trying to win the game with 3 minutes to go. So definitely proud of the effort for the boys.
Hey, Coach, what are you most proud of for this game? The emphasis on taking care of the ball, or the emphasis on a balanced scoring attack by your team?
I think both are really an emphasis for me, but I'm proud that we shared the basketball and we had 3 guys in double figures and a couple guys with 9. So that's refreshing to see that the guys are playing together and sharing the basketball. We still got to work on the turnovers a little bit more for sure.
Penny, there was a moment in the first half coming out of a timeout where Lester knocked down the 3. You put your hands together, looked up, and said, "Thank you." Can you walk us through that?
Well, we ran that play earlier in the game, and Precious didn't pass it to him, and he was wide open. It was a set play to get that shot, and he didn't pass it to him, and then Precious went back out there and passed the ball to him, and he made it. And we were just saying, to get the ball below the free throw line, our corners are open, and our shooters are open, and we finally made the play. So I was just thanking God for the execution.
Penny, back here. Do you think this was you guys' most balanced performance so far this year?
Yeah, I would say, especially in conference. Conference has been hard on us, man. We've been in a battle every single game, and it was definitely our most balanced game tonight with all those guys scoring.
In your last game versus UConn, you said that the players had bad communication between each other. Going into this game, you had 19 turnovers. What do you think in practice or in this game or before the game that they improved?
Leading up to this game, the communication was awesome, and then we came into today's game and didn't communicate as much. Had a lot of situations where guys were supposed to switch and didn't switch. What we call ghost screens, where a guy fakes a screen. We're still supposed to switch that. It's still some small things, but it's things that we can continue to work on. And with the turnovers, we're working on them in practice. The guys know they're unforced turnovers. Nobody's really pressing us, and that's the most disheartening thing. Alo at the end trying to run a pick and roll, or going into traffic and gets the ball stolen. Boogie tries to throw a ball long that wasn't there, and Precious dribbled the ball with his left hand in traffic, and then they stole it right back. Those 3 turnovers alone are just what happens to us all the time. In the beginning of the game, Damian Ball, we tell him to get outside of the defense before he makes a pass. Just makes the pass inside of the defense, they tip it and get a steal. So just got to keep learning from
it. Coach, Aaron McKee, first year at coaching for his alma mater and your second. Have you all had conversations about doing that and exactly how much it means to each of you personally to be successful at that?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously Aaron has been coaching way longer than I have on the NBA level and on the college level because he was an assistant with the Sixers and then obviously an assistant with the Coach Dunphy at Temple. And once he knew that he was going to get the head job and take over, I congratulated him because I know how big that is. And then when I got the job, he congratulated me. And last summer when his first summer out recruiting as a head coach, everywhere we went, we were like next to each other just talking about how nice it is to go from, this thing going full circle from us being players at our alma maters and then now being the coaches.
Penny, over here. You guys did a good job on the boards. Precious gets his normal double digits, but every player had at least 2 or more rebounds. As a former really good rebounder for the guard position, can you talk about that philosophy with your guards crashing the boards to make sure they help Precious and the bigs get rebounds?
Yeah, I think it's so important. We really focused on it going into the Tennessee game because we felt like they were a great offensive rebounding team, and the guards were locked in from that point for about 4 or 5 games, and then they started to get lax again. But I've been preaching for like the last month. The guards have to go rebound because their men have to get back and protect backcourt. So it's usually like 2-on-2 when it should be 5-on-2 or 4-on-2 with our guards going back. And tonight we did that. That's one thing that I told the guards before the game. We have to rebound because we didn't rebound as well in the first half against Connecticut, and they were in the game.
And you've been saying for a while that you've been trying to stress to the guys that every little thing matters. Precious said they're starting to buy in. Have you seen that?
Yeah, they're starting to buy in because they're respecting the conference more now. I mean, these kids have no respect for the conference. I can just tell. We played Oregon, or we play North Carolina State, we play Ole Miss, you know, we play Tennessee, then they're hyped. You play a UCF, or you play a Tulsa, a Temple, they don't respect the teams as much. And now the league is making them respect them, so that's why they're buying in more, because they thought it was going to be really easy, and it's been much harder than they thought.
And you're now one game away from finishing off the homestand with 3 straight wins. How do you keep them locked in, knowing next week is going to be huge for your tournament resume?
Yeah, I think that we don't have every game right now is a tournament game for us. That's how I'm putting it to the boards. Meaning, like right now, it's a tournament game. You got to protect home court. You got to win your games at home. You can't be giving any more games away on your home court, and you got to go fight like hell on the road. So they understand that. They know it's late in the season. They know these are resume games coming up, and that you have to protect home court. So it's not hard to get them locked in now. They see what's going on.
Hey, Coach, Temple threw a lot of different types of defenses that you did, through the zone that you did, through the man that you. Were you happy the way your guys took the good shots against those defenses?
Yeah, I was happy. We knew that they were going to do that. They got into like a 2-2-1 press, and then a 1-2-2 press, a 1-2-1-1 press. They got into a 2-3 zone, and the guys really handled it well. They panicked a little bit against their full court pressure, but other than that, I'm really happy with these young guys because, like I said, they're learning on the fly. This pressure is different on this level than it ever has been for them in high school.
Coach, back here. Malcolm, Lance, and Precious combined for 31 points and 20 rebounds tonight. How important is it to get this type of production going throughout the rest of the season?
Well, the one thing that we do know that you can bring your energy and your hustle every night, and those things that you're talking about, pretty much is energy and hustle. And Lance, Precious, and Malcolm are all very talented in their own ways, and if they combine together to go out there with numbers that they need to achieve as a group and do all they can individually, then I think that they can accomplish that every night, especially the rebounds, the blocks, and how they protect the paint.
Coach, other than actually getting the victory, what part of your game plan worked and what did they stray away from this game?
I think the one thing that worked was we shared the basketball. We got more guys involved, and with DJ going out, we needed other guys to step up. So we were talking about sharing the ball more, 0.5 mentality, and getting guys. And the stat sheet shows that the things that I'm sorry, the second part of that question, you forgot.
What did you stray away from?
What did we stray away from?
Right, from the game plan.
I think we kind of carried the game plan out pretty well. We knew what they were going to do, and I think the guys really locked in on the game plan. They still made some minor mistakes, but for the most part, we stayed locked in.
Time for one more.
Has this team's ability to really respond to the adversity surprised you at all this year?
I can say yes, but that's preparation, and I can give our staff some credit for that. That's preparation and having the next guy believe in themselves, just like the guy that's playing in front of him. With James leaving and Lester being out early, the guys really believe, and they bonded together and won 10 in a row. With DJ going out now, the guys have won, and it's like their confidence is so high because every guy on this team feels like they can be a part of something, and we're making them believe in the system and what we're bringing to the table every night with the game plan, and they're executing their game plan. I think they're believing that if we go out and execute the game plan and share the basketball, that we can beat anybody, and that's what's happening right now.
All right, thank you.
You guys can take these lights.